What if I told you that NVIDIA's next generation RTX 5090 graphics card may not be as good as you expect? In this video, I'm going to compare the newly revealed specifications and performance projections of the RTX 5090 to the current generation NVIDIA and AMD GPUs. I will also give my insight into how it will stack up against next-gen AMD and Intel graphics cards. So, if you are interested in learning more about the future of high-end graphics cards, be sure to stick around. But first, CDKeyoffer.com has been my favorite trusted seller of affordable Windows 10 Pro OEM keys for over 3 years now. They are currently running a back-to-school sale on all Microsoft software. Use discount code IVADIM to get 25% off and bring the Windows 10 Pro price down to just $16. Then securely check out with PayPal or another payment method. The key is delivered instantly, so you can activate it and upgrade to Windows 11 for free if you wish to do so. Microsoft Office 2019 and 2021 Pro are also on sale with a discount code IVADIM. Grab them now while the back-to-school sale is on. Copilot 7 Kimi is one of the most accurate and reliable sources when it comes to information about forthcoming NVIDIA products. Recently, they revealed a new batch of information regarding NVIDIA's GB202 GPU chip that will power the RTX 5090 graphics card. Using this information, we can gain a better understanding of what the next generation flagship GPU will look like in terms of specifications and performance. The RTX 50 series graphics cards feature the Blackwell architecture, which is rumored to bring significant under-the-hood changes compared to the current RTX 40 series based on Ada Lovelace architecture. It is no surprise to anyone that NVIDIA is heavily focusing on further improvements to RT cores, responsible for ray tracing, and tensor cores that make AI features such as DLSS possible. NVIDIA is laying down groundwork with software right now in the form of DLSS 3.5 to improve ray tracing and path tracing quality and performance. But it will be the next generation hardware that will make a big difference and make these features worth enabling. Because let's be honest, even the RTX 4090 is struggling to run Cyberpunk with ray tracing overdrive mode enabled at acceptable frame rates and image quality. I expect that such features will run well enough on the forthcoming RTX 5070 and above graphics cards. Now let's talk about the GB202 GPU chip for the RTX 5090. I will say in advance, there is a lot we don't know about the Blackwell architecture, but this is the best interpretation of the specifications I can come up with based on the information we have so far. Obviously, things may change in the future as NVIDIA locks in exact configurations for these forthcoming products. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and I will update you on any new developments. To the best of my knowledge right now, the GB202 features 24,576 CUDA cores and 192 ray tracing cores. That is a 50% increase over the RTX 4090. Furthermore, NVIDIA aims to increase the core clock boost frequency from the current 2.5 GHz to around 3 GHz. And the top GPU configuration is designed with a 512-bit memory interface in mind, which opens up quite a few very attractive possibilities when it comes to memory capacity and speed. Major memory makers have announced GDDR7 chips with speed up to 32 gigabits per second. That is a huge uplift over the 21 gigabit per second GDDR6X memory on the RTX 4090. The fact that GB202 features a 512-bit memory interface means that it is possible that we will see an RTX 5090 equipped with 32 GB of the new GDDR7 memory. That is if NVIDIA decides to use the same 16 GB density memory chips. However, Micron has announced that they are on track to deliver GDDR7 memory chips with 50% higher density in late Q2 2024. If NVIDIA decides to go with the higher density memory, then the RTX 5090 may end up with either 24 or 48 GB. NVIDIA's decision will depend on availability and price of the memory at the time, as well as what the competitors are doing. Knowing these specifications, we can do some basic math and calculate that the GB202 GPU will have a theoretical performance of around 147 teraflops. That is 78% higher than the RTX 4090, but theoretical performance does not equate to actual gaming performance. Knowing the specifications and that NVIDIA plans to use TSMC 3nm process to make the RTX 50 series GPUs, the best I can do is make an educated guess. I expect the GB202 to deliver 50 to 70% higher rasterization performance than the RTX 4090. Ray tracing performance will be even higher. That is the absolute maximum configuration NVIDIA can use for its next-generation flagship graphics card, but it is highly unlikely that they will release an RTX 5090 featuring the full GB202 GPU, which is the successor to the AD102 chip used in the RTX 4090. I'd like to remind you that the RTX 4090 uses a cut-down version of the AD102 GPU chip that has 11% of its cores disabled. This leaves room for NVIDIA to launch an RTX 4090 Ti if a competitor suddenly decides to release a graphics card that can beat the RTX 4090, so it is likely that the RTX 5090 will feature a cut-down version of the GB202 as well. I estimate that the RTX 5090 will outperform the RTX 4090 by 40 to 60% in this case. That leaves room for NVIDIA to launch an RTX 5090 Ti or RTX Titan if the market calls for such products. Speaking of competitors, there are some troubling rumors making rounds that AMD cancelled its next generation of high-end GPUs, opting to launch only mainstream class graphics cards as part of the forthcoming Radeon RX 8000 series based on RDNA 4 architecture. Furthermore, latest leaks suggest that the next generation of Intel Arc Battlemage GPUs appear to struggle to beat even the RTX 4080 from NVIDIA's current generation. If both AMD and Intel won't challenge NVIDIA in the high-end segment, then the company won't have any incentive to release a well-equipped RTX 5090. They will launch it with the lowest number of cores and memory capacity possible to maximize profits. NVIDIA will be able to justify launching a weaker RTX 5090 equipped with 24GB of memory that delivers just 30 to 40% performance uplift with the same $1,600 or an even higher price tag. Considering the lack of competition, this scenario looks increasingly likely. As for the release date, there are conflicting reports out there claiming that the RTX 50 series are scheduled for either Q4 2024 or first half of 2025, depending on who you ask. There is a leaked NVIDIA roadmap slide confirming the 2025 launch, but I don't trust it. NVIDIA releases such misinformation into the wild on a regular basis to mess with competitors and leakers. Historically, NVIDIA launched a new generation of graphics cards every 2 years, so it is reasonable to expect the RTX 5090 to hit the store shelves by the end of 2024. Personally, I anticipate the new NVIDIA graphics cards to launch by the end of next year. The good news is that AMD plans to take a swing at NVIDIA with their next generation of graphics cards based on RDNA 5 architecture, rumored to launch in 2025. It won't be the first time AMD employed such a strategy of retreat now and strike back hard later. 4 years ago, AMD cancelled its most powerful RDNA 1 GPU designs and focused on the smaller, mainstream GPUs in the RX 5000 series. The generation ended up being successful thanks to the well-positioned RX 5700 XT card for 1440p and the RX 5600 XT card for 1080p gamers. AMD managed to save money and resources, which enabled it to develop a full lineup of the RX 6000 series GPUs that properly challenged NVIDIA in the high-end segment. The RX 6900 XT managed to outperform NVIDIA's flagship at the time, the RTX 3090, at 1080p and 1440p resolution. Also, it competed well at 4K resolution, forcing NVIDIA to release the RTX 3090 Ti to properly hold on to the performance crown. If there is one thing I know for sure, it is that NVIDIA does not like to lose. It is personal for Jensen. He enjoys being the best. It is also good for the brand image if you can firmly position your products as the best in the industry. It is not just about bragging rights. Being the best attracts more customers across all price segments, because most people want to own the latest and greatest product. In conclusion, if the rumors about AMD cancelling its high-end GPUs are true, then NVIDIA's RTX 5090 and RTX 5080 won't have any competition in the high-end GPU segment. Like it or not, those will be your only options. However, it looks like there will be extremely fierce competition in the mainstream GPU segment with NVIDIA, AMD, as well as Intel battling it out. I expect that 2024 and 2025 will be much better years for budget-conscious buyers looking to purchase a good value graphics card. 8GB graphics cards will almost definitely become a thing of the past, as modern games require increasingly larger memory capacity for very high and ultra-quality graphics settings presets. What do you think about the forthcoming RTX 5090? I am waiting for you in the comments below to have a chat about it. Check out one of these two videos next if you want to learn more about the future of PC hardware. And if you enjoyed this video, then reward my work with a like and subscribe for more content like this. It was I, Vadim. Until next time.